currently we're in Bourton on the water, and there we can see aforementioned water. We're going to go to the Motor Museum, which has the actual Brum. Now, I definitely had heard of Brum, but I'd never actually experienced watching Brum, an episode of Brum, until this morning. And it was riveting. And there were two children in it that looked like clones that had been made in some sort of like...
Don't say it.
I won't say it, but sort of like, you know, I'd just say The Boys from Brazil, if you know what I mean. Everyone who knows that film or book knows exactly what I mean. But here is a friendly duck.
Armed with a camera in one hand and a passport in the other, join us as we seek out the sights, taste the food, check out the wildlife and battle language barriers in our quest for adventure. My name is Dave Pustansky and this is my girlfriend Rachel Jayne, and we are jet lagged and loving it. Our adventures took us to Bourton on the water, and what a lovely water it was. In a second, a guy's about to walk into my shot. There he is. And he's gone again. Spoiling the shot, but not spoiling the fun. Because Bourton on the water is a very tranquil place, which is evidently in the Cotswolds, which is something I didn't know when filming this video. There's many bridges that go across said water, and we explored some of it, as you're about to see.
Look at this pretty bridge and like the view.
There are bridges, there's water, occasionally there are antique shops, and there's a place that sold candles. I genuinely don't know. It feels it's like we've gone back in time, but I genuinely don't know why all these people are here.
It was really difficult to park.
It was so difficult to park.
So there's so many people.
And also, like, there was like an attendant to use the parking machine, which you just do with contactless. And it was like incredibly slow, but it feels like they've done it artificially just to keep that guy in a job.
He was very helpful.
No, he wasn't.
He was lovely.
He looks like a serial killer. Right, anyway, so later on we're going to go and find some chestnuts. And
It's not true.
yes, we are. When we're going to get some food, I'm going to ask them if they do chestnuts.
Anyway, it's really lovely here.
Shall we see Brum?
Let's go see Brum. This is one of the
Okay.
most famous places in the Cotswolds. It's nice.
We're in the Cotswolds?
Yeah.
Oh.
So evidently we were in fact in the Cotswolds, and if the water didn't completely win me over, then surely the Motoring Museum would. Now, I'm not the biggest motoring fan, but there was something about being in this place. It was like taking a trip down memory lane, like going through the different eras of history, not just seeing cars, but seeing kinds of bric-a-brac. Because it would hardly be a museum without bundles of old garbage just laying around. Look at that, a bicycle, and there's Rachel. There was lots of fun to be had here, but wait, there's more.
Right, so here we are in the Motoring Museum here in Bourton on the water. I quite like the design that they've got here. I would actually design the whole house to look like this. What do you think?
Well, like make my house look
Like this, yeah. It looks like 6-watch television, like that's your seat. That's mine. I think the thing that strikes me most about the Motoring Museum is the smell.
I don't mind the smell.
What is it, how would you describe it?
Like old.
Old.
Slightly damp.
Slightly damp.
Leather is that some of the smell?
Could be, yeah, definitely leather.
Leather, like oil.
1923 caravan.
Oh, caravan.
Look at that.
Just imagine like having a family holiday in there.
Yeah, so you sit here, and you cook there. You get asbestos from all over. Here we see a Morris Minor from 1933. Now, it's definitely going to be different, but my dad's first car was a Morris Minor. Or it might have been a Morris 10, which was still a Morris Minor. Here we can see inside a caravan. Right, Rachel gets a million points if she can tell me who that is.
Frank Spencer.
Frank Spencer.
mind.
Do you know what? It's not, as a stab in the dark, it's not bad. They're both kind of scrawny, and specifically the character he's playing there has a similar quality. But no, it's Kenneth Williams.
Okay. Is that his real name or his character name?
It's his real name.
Okay.
Who's Kenneth Williams?
Kenneth Williams.
No, but what's Kenneth Williams known for?
Being Kenneth Williams, obviously.
Well, partly, but no, the Carry On films.
Oh, okay.
He's in 27 of 31.
Okay.
So here we can actually see the actual Brum, and he's saying hello to us now with music that will mess up this video's copyright. But look at him, look how dinky he is.
I can be honest, I had a slight awareness of Brum before going to the Motoring Museum, but it was something that was a little bit after my time, so I never watched Brum growing up. But I do like movie and TV related stuff, so it was cool to see an actual movie car or a TV car like Knight Rider or the Back to the Future DeLorean. I think Brum is up there with all of those, and it was awesome to see him. Now, as you can see here, there was something to interact with, so I just couldn't help myself. The idea here was that you brushed the crayon over the paper and the indentation would show through from the plate underneath that had a picture of Brum.
Do you want this? Yes.
Thank you, David. It's lovely.
As well as cars and old bits of bric-a-brac and Brum, there was this mannequin that was animated to be hitting this anvil. I'm not quite sure why, but then there was more of them over here. And there were also other things like this projector showing old footage of cars.
So, Rachel,
Yes.
this is a rotary phone.
In 101 Dalmatians, Cruella de Vil uses one, so I'm aware.
Is this the
of
first time you've ever seen one in person?
No, I've seen them in museums before and stuff.
God.
I never used a real life one. I know that you do like the rounds thing.
Yeah. I think you can pick this up if you want.
I don't really want to touch it. It's probably got COVID.
Fair enough. But like, so you like go to 9.
And then you have to go back and then...
We used to have a rotary phone at home.
Yeah, you're really old, so... Did you also have a fax machine?
No, that was too advanced for us.
Really?
Yeah, jeez. So we have come through, and we are now in like the 1970s, possibly late 60s. Look, Terence Stamp, unbelievable. Michael Caine.
It's very large.
We're going to see what it says. Look at look. What's the point of? So hang on. Look where the mirrors are.
Yeah.
The mirrors are on the front. Wow. Here we see a Binatone colour TV game, which is from the first generation of video game consoles. So you'd plug it in, and you'd have different games that you could play, and you'd pull this lever to either have tennis, football, squash, or squash practice. But all of them were just like Pong clones, where you'd knock a ball like a bouncing dot from left to right to try to get it the other side. And you would have, these are the controllers. Have a look, Rachel. See these here? These are the controllers, and they'd have dials on it which would dictate whether your paddle would go up and down the screen. And because it was all like tennis and pong, and like ping pong and stuff like that, that's why these type of controllers are called paddles, because it was meant to be like a table tennis paddle.
It's really interesting.
You don't mean that.
I'm sleepy.
You're sleepy. Kermit the Frog's in the back of that car. Darling, you're getting sleepy just as it's getting interesting. They've got video games.
I like
And so also looking at this, Space Invaders, but then look at that, styrofoam. That was a musical instrument. Do you remember those? Styrofoam. So you'd like press that little stylus onto the different things, it would play tones. And this is another video game thing, Optim Sport. So that's another pong clone, but look how small the paddles are. And you'd have tennis, hockey, squash, or practice. And they're all going to be pong once again. And then, is there anything else here about video games? No, I don't think so. Oh, it gets boring then. Oh, okay. But anyway, the important thing is they have an Atari cartridge of Space Invaders here. Here's a police motorcycle. Whether it genuinely is, but there's Kermit the Frog as we move forward. Got to be at least the 1970s. Oh, I forget his name. And I forget her name. I definitely recognise him. Okay, let's see what's over here. Cars aren't as interesting now we've seen video games. Call My Bluff. How about that? Wow. Oh my god, we definitely had that Mastermind game there. We definitely had that. Oh, that exact one in fact. But I don't think we had Call My Bluff, at least not that I remember. But Blue Peter. It's a bit saucy. What else we got here? Oh my god, I can't remember their name. Then there are Smurfs. And Simon Says. More Smurfs. And other things from the past. Oh look, a Viewmaster. So you'd be able to see little slides of things in one of these. And yeah, this actually, oh my god, this is a Sinclair C5. I've never seen one of these in person. Come here, Rachel. So this is a Sinclair C5. Is there anything that says about it? They can't just have this here and not have any information on it. So Clive Sinclair created the Sinclair ZX Spectrum like home computer, like a microcomputer. He also invented this, and it's like an electric car. Or I think it's electric, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, it's got like a big battery in it. And it says Sinclair in there. So let's go in there and have a look. And you'd sit in it, but it didn't do very well. I'll have to look up some more of the history of it, but I've never seen one of them in person. Wow. Now tell us about Brum.
It's a bit small.
It's a bit small?
I don't have much space in here.
Yeah, I think you're going to get a ticket.
I think so.
But luckily, if you take down the windscreen wipers, you won't be able to be given a ticket.
Can I get out now?
Yeah, I'm just going to film you try. Oh, you
It
managed.
wasn't too bad at all.
Yeah, okay.
So after all of that fun at the Motoring Museum, we'd spend just a little bit more time here in Bourton on the water. Mainly to go and get some food. We went into one of the many fine tea rooms, but we didn't film in there just because people are eating and they get funny about you filming them. We got a very nice scone or scone, depending how you pronounce it, and we put jam or cream on top first, depending which you think we should do. They messed up our order and didn't give us the right pot of tea, but despite that, it was lovely. So until next time, we're jet lagged and loving it.
Yeah, I want to know that.